It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021. Baby, I forgot my water. For hydration, yes. All season. Oop, and as I said that, yes, hydration will fuel your victorious path forward, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. For your daily tarot readings, check out my Instagram. Actually, check out TikTok. All the stuff's in the description box. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do for customized herbal self-care, soaks and things of that nature, my website, justjeverything.com. So, Cancer, when I was leaning into your energy, I leaned into your energy, and I'm intended to do this hours ago. But cleaning and like organizing, redecorating, cleansing the energy of my space, it took up my whole day. And I do feel like there is something for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to lean into going with your flow. Honoring, figuring out, acknowledging, identifying your circadian rhythm and going with it. No longer beating yourself up for the flow of your day or the twists and turns that your ADHD or ADD takes you on. There's something beautiful about the fact that it's like, I just heard the whole of the parts of the whole, or there's something about culmination. It's like getting around to it. There's multiple paths to get things done, and you can do little bits here and there. It doesn't have to be straightforward and cardinal, initiatory, masculine, And so I do feel like, Cancer, there is something about letting your shadowy divine feminine energy handle something. Honoring all aspects of your femininity, and a big part of that is the ability to receive, to lean back and let it come to you. And that's something that's been coming up. Capricorn season is a feminine sign. Capricorn season is a feminine season. And so there is this hyper awareness of your femininity and how you wield it, regardless of how you identify, and regardless of your genitalia. There is an evolution that's coming there, a fluidity that needs to be honored. And speaking of fluidity, on the 28th, tomorrow, Jupiter, a few hours technically, Jupiter will be, a few hours from when I'm filming this, Jupiter will be entering Pisces. And this is going to be the makings of a very lucky Gregorian New Year Eve. Not Gregorian, and I did not mean to put Gregorian in quotations. I meant per the Gregorian calendar, this is when their New Year's Eve is. Astrologically and per the earth, the new year, things come back to life in Aries season in April, in the spring. Anyway, you know that. But that benevolence is coming in. Very, lots of oh, okay, thank you. Okay. A way being made sort of things, benevolence, receiving, you drawing in. And that makes sense because we are going to be having a full moon in your sign, Cancer, in Capricorn season. Yes. It's like you get the sun in your shadow, in your subconscious. Directly across from you is Capricorn. And so with the sun there, there's going to be a lot coming to light about things that you want to be public or private, or things that you don't talk about, which is you. Ooh, ooh. That is, okay, this is granted, yes, this is Neptune, this is a Pisces card, but the moon, your ruling planet, across, okay, I'm telling you, Capricorn season I feel like is going to be very pivotal for you guys. And I'm happy that the devil showed up, because that's what I meant about that, leaning into that shadowy, your shadowy power. And it doesn't equate to like doing shady things. There is something just about harnessing harnessing your energy in a different way. No longer like paying attention to the ways that you have limited yourself, paying attention to the ways that you've restricted yourself, or maybe you're helping other people deal with shame. You're dealing with your shame, dealing with power, dealing with stuff going on with sex. I do feel like there is an uprising of sexual energy is also really what I'm hinting at here. You again, I should just let the Chariot be the card out, but I want to let things happen organically and go with the flow. But I do feel like you are showing up strong. Oop, I went to show it again and it was gone. You are showing up strong. It's just a matter of that Eight of Swords getting out of your head so things can change. Yeah. All right. So on January 2nd, Mercury is going to be going into Aquarius, and communication is going to get vast and spacey. But I do feel like we will be geared towards the many over the few. And that same day, we have the new moon in Capricorn. And it's going to be makings for a really like revolutionary ascension. That new moon in Capricorn is going to be, it's the dark moon. It's when your ruling luminary is like the weakest. And so there is that dark moon, new moon, and it's interesting because the moon is often reflected as the mother or seen as the mother, but Capricorn is the dark father in astrology. And so I do feel like there are so many shadows, so many things that lessons that are going to be learned in stillness, in dark places, in dark crevices of ourselves, in honoring our ancestral and like primal, and honoring ourselves just in a very holistic way. No longer really like letting the not really letting shame or maybe like oppression or like religious oppression or cultural oppression or familial oppression, like really it's like some of y'all are really shedding that kind of weight off. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, whatever it is. And I do feel like some of that, yeah, Five of Cups reversed. It's like a lot of the regrets or the remorse or the sadness or guilt, or you know what I mean, or disappointment, those kinds of things. Like you don't have to identify with that shit anymore. You could, but you also like you can. There's something about just being your whole self and honoring that light and that dark. And that's going to manifest differently for all of you. On January 14th, Mercury in Aquarius will be retrograding. And so I'll do a separate video on that. But I do feel like that's going to really impact everybody's communication skills. And you're going to need to, I feel like, especially be laying low that weekend. Not laying low, but being really observant and really like cognizant and self-aware about your impact, the impact of your words, the impact of your influence. If you can't, if there are big transactions and things that you need to get done, try to try to get it done before, if possible. But also don't live in any kind of fucking fear ever. Especially because on the 17th of January, we have the full moon in Cancer in your sign. And so there are going to be big releases in the home. Yeah, moving forward. I feel like also deeply, like this feels deeply spiritual. And I keep hearing the word adorned, adorned. I did a ritual for myself earlier today, and not earlier today, but before I did this video actually. And one of the things that happened, I'm not gonna share the details, but there was something about adorn yourself that came on. And so it was just like, it didn't even matter like what matched or didn't. It was just a matter of like putting on, how are you adorning yourself? Like it's like it was more about the vibe of like seeing myself as something worthy of adoration, something worthy of adornment, someone um that has that. And so like just embodying that kind of abundant, prosperous energy, I feel like is important. And it's interesting that I just said abundant and prosperous, because on January 18th, Uranus is going direct in Taurus. And that same day, the North Node is switching into Taurus. And so I'm telling you, there's something about like upheaval, the unexpected that's coming in. So you got to be able to go with the flow. This is Uranus. Excuse me. And so there may be somebody with Aquarius or Aries placements coming in, or a fresh start with them, or some new chapter in that relationship or connection. But I do feel like the Fool at the bottom of the deck there was about really learning how to take risks so that you can get closer to this revolutionary exposure that wants to come in. It's like a revolution, like being exposed to like new stuff or something new, or a whole new world, or a new side of yourself, or a new side of your love, or a new side of your business. There is just something about us being kind of catapulted closer to our life mission, our purpose, and whatever is making us feel like we are inching closer to it. The North Node are the things that you're destined to have. Me personally, I feel like it has a lot to do with your purpose, your mission here. And, so it's different for every astrologer and every person. So either way, I do feel like the sun being in your shadow, Cancer, is going to be very revelatory, and it can be like a raw nerve, like things getting exposed, you really seeing some truths about yourself, seeing some true colors, seeing your true colors. You've got Venus, Pluto, Mercury currently across from you right now, all there. And so I do feel like things can feel like a bit of a live wire, and enjoy it. Let the cup spill. Yeah, it's like all of that stuff is across from you. Wow, look at that imagery. All of the cups, because Cancer's at the bottom of so it's Cancer down here and then Capricorn up here. And so let all these emotions spill out, all of this, and then there you are, the moon right there, you going towards it. And the Eight of Cups reversed is like, I feel like some of you, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You're done doing what you've always been doing, and you're ready to get the different results. And you're really ready to move in a different way, to make money in a different way, to love in a different way. The Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, that's the Nine of Cups. So that's so much self-fulfillment, self-satisfaction, allowing yourself to do the emotional inventory. Also maybe allowing yourself to be inspired by your dreams, your creativity, another Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But either way, some of you feel like are moving, or you need to move and you're not moving. There is something about when you move, when you finally get out of your comfort zone, it's like those cups come in, and it starts to pour in to this brand new cup that wants to come in and be given to you from the divine. And it feels like for some of you, it's going to be new relationships. For some of you, it's new levels in your spirituality, new levels in your creativity. And I also just feel like, I usually like petition and pray and honor honor my shit off screen. Honor like my guides, my team, my squad, like, you know, like who these messages are brought to you by, the divine. My connections to the divine on offline and off camera. And so that's something about, ooh, I just saw the Ace of Pentacles confirmation. I think that's something that I really want to start like bringing in, is giving us creating a more of a meditative space in these readings, and not just like getting to it. I want it to be something ceremonial, something that you feel like you can like chill and like put music on in the background, or like roll up to, sip up to, like have a moment for yourself to just like really think and reflect, and allow yourself to create new, maybe that could be a new ritual for you. It's just something that you do. Maybe it's not a new ritual, but it's I do feel like there are new habits, new ideas about like new ways to hang out with yourself, new ways to invest in yourself that really want to come in. So Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, all of my benevolent ancestors, I thank you for all that you've done, all you're going to do, and just want to thank you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021, baby. Hydrate, light it if you got it, because I want to dive in for us. Four of Swords, man, I'm telling you, I do feel like there is something about getting more prayerful, getting more peaceful. I just want to play with this lighting and see what this does. Can we do this? I like this. Yes. The Four of Swords, I feel like this indicates a Capricorn season is going to be, like, first thing out to be clarified on the selenite throne is, how are you providing yourself peace, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I feel like the divines told you, given you instructions about how to like relax, how to manifest, how to pray, how to perpetuate peace or create a new mental foundation. I do feel like for some of you, some new truths, new ideas, new information, new insights by way of like new media, or like dope conversations that you've had, or something has come in and put some sort of information in your court, ball in your court, and it puts you in a position to integrate. I feel like it's important to rest, honor your rhythms, so that you can integrate the lessons that you have learned from the tension, the lessons that you've learned from the contrast. Some of you, I feel like it's time to write, it's time to speak, or there may be a lot of conversations that you're having. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that's coming in and providing peace, or hanging out a lot. There could be a lot of new ideas about decorating your home, how to make your home more your own. I do feel like either way there is a brand new foundation that wants to be laid in the realm of your mind, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's just get them out so we can go in. I can already feel that this Patreon plunge is going to be juicy. Now, the Patreon plunge is where we really like go in and clarify all of these cards and get to the nitty gritty. Four of Swords, Queen of Swords with the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You fuck around and start really meditating, start honoring your rhythms, and start doing the work to transmute your pain or your frustrations into actions, into boundaries, into wisdom. You fuck around and take the time and really invest in yourself, you're going to be elevated, and it's going to be eloquent and beautiful and put you in a position to where you can really make options. You have like where you can give yourself options. All of a sudden, it's like you fuck around and get your mind right, and options open up to you, Cancer. Maybe somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements coming in. But I do feel like there's something about traveling. There may be options or big transformations coming in about traveling. Maybe some of you get the opportunity to travel, and the option to like take the jab or is coming in, or for some of you that's like a situation with someone that you know. Someone may really get sick in some way in regards to traveling. So I do feel like take care of yourself. If you're around people that are like, damn bro, like you sure do looks, sniffly, don't be judgmental about it. Just take care of yourself. Like wear your mask. Don't, do what you gotta do. Anyway, I ain't here to lecture you or mother you. 7 of Cups. Interesting. And I do feel like 7 of Cups being at the center of the reading feels really healthy right here, because it looks like in Capricorn season, if you really start to get your mind right, do the work to shed any emotional baggage that you've been like carrying around, do the work to say the things, say what you need to say. Like, tell the truth, cut the cords that you need to cut off. Don't string anybody along. Don't keep yourself tethered to shit you don't want to be tethered to. If you cut the dead weight, you'll be able to daydream and manifest and visualize in a way, like in a different place. And this is Jupiter going into Pisces. I feel like this is gonna be this like wow benevolence. You really seeing the game plan. You being able to. You striving for the clarity of your mind is going to, like a byproduct is heightened intuition, heightened creativity, heightened connections to your spirituality. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements coming in, but I do feel like you are also just having a spiritual, emotional, sexual change also. And it has a lot to do with like you addressing any kind of self-sacrificing that was going on, or any old emotional habits or people that you were needing to like cut yourself off to or whatever. There could have been a lot of, for some of you, you may get to the center of the season and you really feel a lot of emotional tugs on your heart, or you may feel like there's so much to do and you don't know where to start. There's just like your creativity is really flowing. The answer is here. Cancer, the answer has always been here. In the stillness, in the quiet, when you get reverent. When you also get real reverent about your time and who you share it with, the value that you put on your time is evolving. And the more time that you spend with yourself, the more that you'll start to realize, I am actually like, my time is motherfucking money. Act accordingly. All right, final 2 cards, final messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I love these bracelets and the jingle jangle. Please clarify. Nice. 7 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Like I said, this is going to be a juicy with Death at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I do feel like some of you, there is a lot of evolution, metamorphosis, profound change that and for some of you, it may have been because something ended. Maybe somebody passed. Maybe someone has died. Maybe you're helping a friend through grief. Maybe you're being an emotional support for people. Maybe the emotional support that you've been for people, maybe that load is lightening. For some of you, it needs to lighten. And so you need to really honor that. And that has a lot to do with the deep evolution of your self-care. How you value yourself, how you value your time, and how you articulate that value to other people. You're going to be really like thinking up, dreaming up better ways to invest in yourself. I feel like investing, interesting, these 7 of Cups and then as above, so below is how this really feels. Invest in yourself in the physical, and it really is going to help in the spiritual, in the ethereal, in your spiritual path. I feel like there also may be someone with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements that's coming in and wants to invest, that has good news, that wants to pour into you. I do feel like some of you have really been patient and you've really been taking the time to like get your mind right, or something's coming in and the awareness is coming in that you need to articulate, that you need to transmute something into something else. You need to there may just be some heaviness that has been carried around for too long. And so the Queen of Swords is coming in, and it's going to put you in a position to be really direct, to be really astute, to be really clear and concise about your boundaries and who you do and don't want in your space, in your energy. I do feel like Capricorn season, yeah, it's like the sun is in your shadow. So I feel like there's so much about yourself that's getting highlighted. All of the cards are singular. There's all the cards that are out only have one person in them. And so I do feel like this is heavily about things, ordeals, and transformations that are coming from them. The ordeals and the transformation looks like Pluto across from you, and Capricorn is really kicking your ass in some sort of way and getting you in motion, getting you to a point of being really prepared. It's like now when you know the ordeal hits, it's just like, yeah, let's get ready. There's a shift coming. We got this. It may be a little uncomfortable right now, but we got this. And so I do feel like there may be somebody with Scorpio placements also coming in, Aries or Scorpio placements. There may be an ending with someone with Aries, Scorpio, or an ending or transmutation or transformation, or for some of you, yeah, this like you cuss somebody the fuck out or they cuss you the fuck out or whatever this is. I do feel like there is a metamorphosis that's coming from it. And the metamorphosis looks a lot like you having a clear picture about how to harness your spiritual, sexual, emotional, and financial energy so that you can really heal by way of diving into that creativity. Maybe some of you, I feel like there's the opportunity for you to invest more money in your creative ventures. There may be an investor coming in. So be patient and stand for what you want so that you can start to create what you really want. For some of you, I feel like there's someone younger or someone very much older coming in, and you may have to play. You may get the opportunity to play the Page of Cups, where you're really like, even look, the pink. It's like you really get to be pretty, or you get to really like be taken care of. You really get to get excited. This could be a new relationship, a discovery of feelings, but this is also very much so you diving into and reconnecting with your creativity, an apology coming in, new take on old love. This could be reconciling with someone that you've invested a lot of time in, or starting a new relationship or a new chapter in that connection. But either way, it's like it feels like you are really investing in your connection with yourself in a new way, so it trickles down and it impacts vibrationally all the other relationships that are around you or that you allow, because you're different. And so when you start to shift, of course you're going to see the shift in other people. And so let the chips fall where they may, because either way you're taken care of. You're the Divine Mother. You got this. I love you. Stay with me. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.